We are here at beautiful Bucks Run, right outside of Midland, Michigan, right outside of Mount Pleasant, Michigan, kind of in between. So if you're going to either one of those locations, this makes a perfect place to come. Talking with John Conklin, the head professional and general operations manager, something like that, right?
Something like that, yes.
You do everything that nobody else wants to do.
Pretty much, yes.
John, when did you first come here to Bucks Run?
I started in January of 2009 and was promoted here about 3 years ago.
Tell us a little bit about the golf course. Kind of has a unique history. This was an old gravel pit, I believe.
Absolutely. We're still family owned and operated by the Fisher family. They are actually in that different business, from sand and gravel, concrete, asphalt, aggregate business, transport business. So it worked out perfectly. This land was actually purchased back in the 50s by the Fisher family, and then it was mined out in the 70s and early 80s. And then essentially what happened is as town kind of got further out here and so did other housing, houses went up, then we found that it was a liability with our beautiful lake here behind us, and people were coming on the property and having a little bit of fun. And with that liability, we had to decide, Fisher companies had to decide what they wanted to do with it, and that's the time in 1999 that they decided to make a golf course.
Who designed this?
Jerry Matthews.
Matthews they've done a lot of golf courses around the state, and I think this might be one of his very best.
I agree. I mean, I might be a little partial here, but speaking with Mr. Matthews as well, he's he's always had very nice things to say about the property itself, his work that he did, and we're very happy to showcase it.
You have a little bit of everything here. Speaking of Northern Michigan golf, I mean, you have some holes that play through the trees. You have some open holes. You play around water a little bit. You play across water with the Peninsula Green out here.
Absolutely. You have a little bit of everything, which is great, and it's, I think, very fair for most golfers that come out. We can tip it out to be right around that 7,000 yards, but when you have lateral hazard on most of the holes, you do have your tree line. 7,000 yards can play to about 7,300 yards pretty darn quick when you have to have that accuracy off the tee. But you're right. You have Northern Michigan golf, and you're not up in Northern Michigan. We're right here in the center of the state, so it's very doable no matter where your location is, whether it's in Ohio, in Indiana, Michigan itself.
And I know being here in mid-Michigan, I know you promote a little bit with the Mount Pleasant Convention Bureau, and so there are stay and play packages for, I think, 6 hotels around, including the Soaring Eagle Casino. You've also got, if you want to come and play other courses besides Bucks Run, you can throw in the Polecat, you can throw in Tullamore St. Ives. So Mount Pleasant makes a great place to come and stay and play a lot of golf.
Absolutely, and that's the one thing that I've really taken to heart in about the last 6 years is we are a destination area. We work with our Visitors and Convention Bureau. They do what's called Michigan Central Swain, which are wonderful play and stay packages that they offer. We also offer our own play and stay packages, and where we are a little bit different is we do work with the casino a little bit more than they do, and we have other properties. So you can kind of pick what's best for you, and all of our packages are a la carte. So when our consumers come to us and they say, hey, this facility can do this, I say, hey, we can probably get to there. We just have to make that a la carte package. And the other thing that individuals like is everything's not at one facility. We're not one big resort, so we're spreading the wealth in our community, which is fantastic. All of these other golf courses are independently owned and operated, same thing with a lot of these hotels, and we're spreading the wealth in our community, and we have some great golf to show off.
One thing I want to mention before we let you get away is we love the restaurant here. I have family here in this area, and so we meet here, take advantage of the Sunday brunch. We come over and meet, either have lunch or dinner on the veranda or inside, if the weather overlooks the 9th green, the 18th green, the lake. Beautiful view as well as wonderful food and dining.
Thank you very much for recognizing that. And it's a very broad array. You know, it's a very typical lunch menu that you would find with a few twists. But then when we get into our dinner menu, that's where we have a lot of fun. From a bone-in fillet, you don't see that very often. We have dry-aged steaks, shrimp cocktail. These shrimps, it's just out of this world what we're getting in. And our chef, our food and beverage director, has done a fantastic job, and we just continue to strive for more.
One other thing we might want to mention, too, is next summer, the LPGA is coming to nearby Midland, to the Midland Country Club. So if anybody's coming into the area for that, this would make a great place to come and play a little golf themselves.
We're only 20 minutes away from Midland, and that's what a lot of individuals don't realize. A 20-minute drive is, especially if you're in more of a metropolitan area, 20 minutes can mean a few miles. Up here, 20 minutes can mean, hey, 15 miles, 20 miles. So we do welcome anyone in that might be coming to the area. It's very exciting for this Mid-Michigan to be able to get an event like that. It will be a unique event with the format. It's not just an individual stroke play. It's a team event, and we're looking forward to having them.
We've been talking with John Conklin here at Bucks Run, right outside of Mount Pleasant, Michigan. A great location to come and visit. So come up, say hey to John, and play a little golf.
Thank you very much, Fred.